guy that's interchangeable for positions and then easy to play off.
Kind of talked about the work that he's been putting into. What have you seen, just the work that he's done throughout practices?
I mean, he puts in a lot of work. I mean, coming off of injuries, it's always hard, especially a mental aspect. Each day showing up, pushing everybody. I mean, even when he's not playing, still being a voice off the court and on the court. But I think, all the work that he's been putting in, credit to where he's at, and I think he's just going to continue to get better. And when he gets a chance and opportunity, take advantage of it.
I know that not every three you've taken this year has been like a wide open catch and shoot, but the ones that you missed, did you feel good about like the quality of what they were?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like every shot I shoot is going in. I mean, I think if you ask players and coaches, they'll tell you the same thing. But I mean, I loved every look. I mean, it just happened it didn't fall last night. So I mean, I went 0 for 7. So I think it might change this game. So I like the percentages.
How empowering has Coach been with like the 4-point line, like stretching it a couple of feet further to get spacing and let you take those two?
I mean, it's very encouraging. I mean, he wants us to shoot, as many shots as we can, threes, especially spacing is where, it's a big part of our game, for guys to drive. Myself, Grayson, Colin, Devin, everybody just, creating and shooting those looks when we get them. And I think, it don't seem like a 4-point line, but.
Well, Jordan's talked a lot about momentum, especially about Jalen potentially about maybe faster in the half court. As far as from your perspective, you usually go right against the ball. What does that look like for you when you all are playing fast?
I don't think it changed. I mean, still, creating advantages, setting screens, attacking closeouts, shooting open threes, offensive rebounds. So I don't think, the principles or anything changes. I think just playing fast, we get up more shots, try to create more possessions for each other, and our defense is going to help us with that.
Talking about the defense, going into tonight, Brooklyn has a lot of high octane scores. How do you feel that you guys match up against them, especially without Devin and Jalen on the offensive end? How do you feel match up against them?
I mean, I feel good any game that we go into with our defenders. We love taking the challenge, make things tough for the offensive opponents, and I mean, that's what we're going to do, create havoc.
To that point, when you're going on the other side of offense, going up against a team like Brooklyn that's switching so much, how is it, obviously it slows your offensive tempo down, especially in the half court, but how do you find those kind of opportunities to speed them up and kind of get a reaction?
Just try to create mismatches, whether that's on the perimeter or, inside with the bigs. I mean, I feel like, whether teams are switching or not, I still think we got to play our style of basketball, create opportunities for each other, set screens, drive closeouts, attack the basket, and then, just create open looks and knock them down.
I know you mentioned a couple weeks ago about not being in the Coach of the Year conversation. What goes on behind the scenes that maybe we or sort of outsiders don't really get to see on a day-to-day basis?
I feel like just the way he breaks down the game. Each game goes into it with a game plan that offensive and defensive that's going to help us out, putting guys in position to succeed, playing off of each other, giving the guys the confidence each night to just be their best. And I think just the way he's able to connect with players, see how we feel, see what we see out there, and he's a player's coach. Every game is important. Nobody likes losing, especially 2 in a row. So I think this one is a big one for us. So we just got to stick to our style of basketball, play the way we're capable, and go out there and get a win.
When you have all these games kind of jumbled into 3 games, 5 nights, whatever the case is, how do you kind of keep your body ready, and how do you kind of reset every night?
Sleep and recovery. That's the biggest thing.
Royce, you spent time playing with Nick Claxton. I feel like there's similarities in how you saw like his people kind of play similarly in different context, like the offensive and defensive. How do you see his kind of style of play
they're 2 different players. They both have a unique skill set that's an advantage for each team and for themselves. So, they're team players, and credit to them the work they put in.
Thanks, Royce.
Thanks, Royce.
Appreciate you.